Okay, so we're gonna start. Hello.
Hi.
Guess what's starting today? The game competition. So yeah, we announced a game competition like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Okay, so we're gonna start a game competition today, and it's gonna last for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks from now, your games are due, and we have a theme, and we're gonna release the theme now so that you can start early. If you started early, then oh well.
Wait, can zooming open AI files? I can save them.
I
as
don't
a
think so.
JPEG.
No. So the theme for the competition is. Are you ready for it? All these distractions. So, anyone want to guess what we picked for our theme?
Let's play
Zombie
Hangman.
apocalypse.
Hangman?
Answer?
Let's
What
play
is the answer,
Hangman.
Okay, so the theme is Halloween. Yay.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Cool. So the
It
So-
sounds like I'm expecting a worse thing than that.
so it doesn't have to. So the competition will end the week after the Monday after Halloween, right?
No.
November 4th.
That is the week
Yeah,
after.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Monday after Halloween. So it doesn't have to be strictly about Halloween. Your game just has to be about something that you can tie loosely enough or reasonably enough to the idea of Halloween. So you can make a game about candy if you want and say, oh, there's candy in Halloween. That means we can. Yeah.
Can we remake Costume Quest?
Yes.
Go for it. Awesome. Make it a 2D platformer.
Yeah. You can make a game about ghost mechanics or something, going through walls and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about Halloween. Just have more fun with it. It doesn't even have to be a video game. You can make a video game, or you can make a board game or a card game, or a sport.
You just really want a sport, don't
We'll
you?
make a game where on
On Roblox.
no, what is it? On October 31st we go to people's houses and ask for candy.
Dude,
Yeah.
dress up like
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun game.
So keep in mind that there is 3 people judging, so
Yeah, we have 3 judges. Should we reveal the judges, or should we keep it confidential?
Now let's keep it
Well,
spooky.
It'll be a mysterious
I
panel of
think
judges.
the idea is that
Yeah.
just keep in mind that we do have
Often
only
press
3
ASCII
people as
something.
judges. So if your game is designed to incorporate like 800 people, might be a little hard to judge. So
Oh, that's true.
Or really easy to judge.
So the rules, I basically said most of the rules. You have to turn it in by the GameDev meeting on Monday.
No,
Or
no.
if you're making a digital game, you have until like midnight on Monday.
If you're turning in a
Monday
physical
night,
one,
not
if
Monday
you're
morning.
turning in a board game or something physical, we want it by the meeting.
Right.
How do you submit it?
We don't know yet.
So the physical one, obviously, you
We-
just give it to us.
So we'll send out more info. We'll
By horseback.
we'll send out more info about submissions because we need to figure out a way for you to submit your creations anonymously so that the judges aren't like biased on who you are or something like that. But we also need to figure out how to tie it back to you after we judge it. So
mediator.
Yeah.
You can
So-
make a Gmail account and give everybody the password.
give it to Dylan and he'll give it to us.
Right. So like you give it to somebody who is not one of the judges, who like they can even be in the competition. It's not like they're gonna sabotage your. And you
I don't
could
trust you,
always-
Dylan.
You could put some kind of like code phrase on the thing. Like I've seen this done in different places, but like you put like a code phrase on something, and so when they read the phrase, like only you will have, like know that's yours or whatever, or something along those lines.
That doesn't sound
Maybe.
too bad.
Yeah, or like they ask people to like say it, and then you're like, oh hey, it was yours, so they can't just like guess it.
Okay. So yeah, we should just set that up. So who should we send it to? Send it to Dylan?
Yeah, you can give it to me.
What?
Should I make a form that like for
A form
people
would be
who
good.
wants to like sign up like in a team, you know? Like,
All right.
You know what I mean? Because
So
we don't want to lose that.
do we want to set up a system for people to form teams?
Probably should have done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I didn't think about that. I just think
Bluster
about it now.
sweeter.
But yeah, if you want to form a team, we'll have time after the meeting.
I'm going
So,
to Google Drive and
yeah.
make a
Or you could post on Facebook group or on our mailing list saying you want to join the team. But yeah, 3-week competitions are tons of fun because they're so short of a time. You just have to make something, no excuses. And you have permission to make something that's pretty terrible. Or at least something that might not even work just because it's such a low risk project.
What if instead we had them come up with a team name, and then like it
Tied
would be
to
some
their team
obscure
name.
team name, and we'll use the team names as like the project. You
What
know
if,
what I mean?
what if they put their names in their team name?
Darn it.
People on the Interguild do that all the time.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Well, then don't let anyone from the Interguild
Even I can't participate.
Well, then you shouldn't have joined the website.
So inviting Dan.
Okay, so any questions about the competition? Who's thinking of joining? I would join if
I
I
know,
would if I
right?
had time, and if it wasn't for something else.
That's true.
You can still make a game, it just won't be submitted.
I could. Actually, I already thought about doing that, and I was gonna make the prototype that I never finished, and I'll tie it to Halloween somehow. But yeah, so that's it. Now it's time for my talk. I'll just turn on the TV. So the game night on Friday was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What, going till 2 in the morning? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was so awesome. It was like our best game night yet.
It's also probably the most popular game night we've had.
We supposedly had 37 people there.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. No, zooming, your laptop failed. Zooming, where did you save the file to? Your downloads folder?
Well, yeah, it should be under my documents. So if you just open that.
Let's look at Zooming's files. Okay.
I see your system's at 48.
So can I have 2 volunteers to play this game? So
I want to volunteer.
so this game, 1 volunteer and Jordan. Okay.
So just remember not to shake the computer because it goes to sleep.
So this game is called
Give it a shot.
Orange You Blue.
Be gentle with it.
Orange You Blue, and it's like a very bad pun on the phrase orange versus blue.
Okay, so.
And here are the controls. There it goes again.
Screen went blue. That's
Okay.
Hold on. You need to make room.
Okay.
Yes. Well, except it doesn't use arrow keys.
Right.
Look,
Okay.
here are the controls.
Oh.
Let me get out of the way.
My computer might not be the best.
And hit OK to start playing. Once you know your controls. It's so horrible.
Are there any sound?
No. I
Nope.
can't do
Shoot a bullet.
Oh, this is sweet.
Team members, sure.
Wrap around.
3-1. 3-0 actually.
Oh, bullets. I forgot that bullets killed each other.
The windows with it. Dude, some pro dodging here.
So Jordan is blue. And what?
Dodging skills.
Oh,
Oh, the orange person.
You're just shooting yourself now. Try spraying bullets everywhere.
that is not a good idea.
Your bullets can block other bullets.
But
Oh god, this just became Toho.
You need to catch up, orange player. You keep hitting yourself.
Kind of.
Whoa, look at that. The score caught up. I think it's first to 40 wins.
Yeah.
40 is like the most arbitrary number. You need to defend yourself from your own bullets.
That's a lot of ball blitz.
No.
That was lame.
I love the silence. Mr. Blue wins.
I shot myself 21 times.
So
No regrets.
Wait, is that only 37?
So I'm pretty, yeah, that's definitely wrong. I'm pretty sure that these statistics are incorrect. I think it says Orange shot himself 13 times, but it probably was 21 times, and Blue was probably 13.
Oh, so you're reversing.
Yeah, and I remember when we were working on this, we saw a glitch where it said the other person won when they shouldn't have won, and I guess it was like all the way through and we never fixed it. I don't know what's going on with the 37 seconds. I think it was like we measured the time and it's like something minutes and something 30 some seconds, and we only showed the seconds. Restart. So yeah, now I can tell you the story about how this game got made. It's a pretty
Pretty awesome game.
it's a pretty typical story. Oh, thanks.
It's game of the
So that's impressive. So this game was, most of it was made the day that it was due. This was for the 3-week competition that we held many semesters ago. How?
Probably 3 years.
Yeah, the first year of the club, the first semester of the club. Was that 3 years ago now?
Was it spring
Yeah.
or fall? About 3.
About 3. So in December, that December will be our 3rd year for the club, and then this was held in the spring of that semester.
Yeah, so it was like 2.5.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yep.
Why did you guys do it the day it was due? Were you guys like busy or?
Everyone's busy.
Let me tell you. so
Mortem.
so when we started this competition, this was during our club's first semester, and at the time we had our club advisor. He was a professor here. His name was Wesley Kerr. He was teaching the game development class in the CS department, and that class doesn't exist anymore. He actually left the department and to teach somewhere else. Does anyone remember where it was? Dylan? Was it Minnesota
Oh man. No, that's
or
not
Wisconsin?
right. I thought it was like somewhere in California. No,
I thought it was somewhere up
I
there.
have no idea.
Oh well. Anyway,
You can Google.
we Google his name, find him. So during our first semester, we tried to start a bunch of projects, and they didn't go so well because we didn't know how to manage game projects. And he tried to turn things around by starting this competition. And he organized the competition, and that meant that even the officers were free to join, since he was going to be the one judging them. And I joined a team of 3 people for this 3-week game comp, and we started planning our game. Like we met at like the computer science commons room in the secret back to start planning our game, and we're making the most ambitious thing ever. It was gonna be horrible. So we wanted to make a game where your character basically moved around like this, where it's a top-down view. But we wanted to make it where there were several rooms, and we wanted it to be like a certain number of like maybe 20 rooms that were handcrafted, but the room layout would be randomized. And the whole point, if I remember correctly, I think it was supposed to be like a dungeon crawler, multiplayer dungeon crawler. And they wanted to, we were all taking the object-oriented programming class at the time. And so we were learning all these things. Actually, no, I wasn't taking it at the time, was I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. It was
Cool.
Spring.
So we were learning about how to make stuff in Java in that class. How to make GUIs, like this frame thing, how to make networked stuff, and read key stuff. Actually, we had to figure out the key stuff on our own. But we were learning all that stuff, so we decided to use some of the things that we were learning in that class. So we wanted the game to be networked as well, so that you could play on your computer and play multiplayer with somebody on another computer. That's horrible. That's such a huge scope feature. And for a 3-week competition. What else did we want? I think the players were supposed to be like robots, like not android robots, but more like robots on wheels with like a plow or something. I don't know. I don't remember. And you were supposed to like be able to fire lasers, and there's going to be mirrors or something.
Who else worked on the game?
It was Tyler Cox and Weston Smith. They haven't been in our club in a while. Long time.
Did he graduate?
Nope.
Tyler graduated.
Did he?
Yeah.
Cool. Weston might have.
No, I think
Or
he's,
might have not.
he might still be kicking around somewhere. I don't know.
Kicking around. Anyway, so we were. It's a good thing you made me remember to say their name. But we were working on this. We started the first week with just a framework. We're gonna get, since we're making it networked, we decided to get the networking feature working first. And Tyler was the one who wrote most of that code, and it was, what was it? So it wasn't working. And we tried to get it to work, and then eventually we realized, I think during our second week, we realized that it was impossible because we needed to set up like port forwarding stuff for that to work properly. And so we threw that feature out at the second week. But in the first week, we had this code where he basically made a prototype of our game, and it had like this server-client relationship model that we use in the object-oriented programming class, and it was a mess because it didn't. So if you went to the game programming workshop that we held some time ago, we introduced the idea of a game loop. When we were programming this, we did not use a game loop at all. We had it so that when you press the key, an event was fired, which triggered some code that would move your thing forward. So things would only happen in the game if you were pressing a key. And so you have to press the key, let go, press it again, let go, press it again. And it was not good. So like say you had like a bat flying around, that bat would not move unless you moved because no code was running at the time. And that's why we needed a game loop. And that was the state of our project after the first week, and I think into the second week. I don't think we did anything in the second week. Because this competition was going on during the last 3 weeks of classes. So we had like all these final projects going on. And I remember working on the game because it was due on a Friday, and I had this huge project due on a Monday, and I had my project partners were looking at me working on that game while they were working on a final project. And like, you haven't done anything. And like, I know, it's all part of the plan. I'll get it done. So at the end of the second week, that's when one of our members abandoned ship. He's like, it's been 2 weeks and all we have is this horrible game that doesn't work. And like, I'm abandoning ship and working on my final project instead. And so he left. Do I need to move it?
Oh, I have F-Lux. So yeah.
Okay. It
Yeah.
tints the screen
It tends to
on a
screen
certain
to
time.
Make it easier on your eyes.
Which I can turn off.
Is it synced with like the sunset or something?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's
So anyway, one of our members left the team. Tyler was the one who left the team because he was too busy. Did something blow up back there?
Minor explosion.
I think it was probably just the macro mouse. It's not that yet.
What triggered this?
Nope, it's not on.
Is it a ghost for the Halloween comp?
The ghost has infected.
So yeah, most of the game got worked on during the last 2 days of the competition. I think it was the last day, really. So like that, we had 3 weeks, and I started working on it on like the Thursday before it was due, and it was due on a Friday night at midnight. And I was basically working on it alone because I couldn't get in contact with my other teammate who didn't abandon ship yet. But I basically went in and cleaned up all the code. I added a game loop because I made at least one game before, so I knew about game loops. And then I went online and found sprites for the characters, and people thought they looked like Mega Man sprites, but it was really someone made an RPG sprite sheet, and they said it was free and I could use it for free without permission, so I used it for free without permission. I think they're probably mentioned in the credits somewhere, like if you go to under game credits, if it's there. So the way this was programmed was also pretty horrible. We used Java Swing, which is, if some of you know that it's the graphical user interface system built into Java. And we're like drawing images onto it, but we're not really doing it the right way. Like we use labels to put everything in it, like J labels. So it's like intended for text, but we gave it no text and an image background, and that's everything. What else did we do? So I was working on this at the last day. I'm like, oh no, so I basically decided to abandon the game idea that we had. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna make all these rooms with randomness and network. So I'm just gonna make a little game where you shoot bullets at each other and that's it. Then I got the idea to add wraparound, and that made the game unique and interesting. And that was just really lucky, a really lucky idea to come up with at the time. And you can see how it kind of made a cool game without much effort, and just in the heat of the final moments. So the other teammate Weston, he showed up. So I was working on this at the computer science building computer lab. They're waiting, like, basically crunching on the game until midnight. And he showed up at like 10 p.m. He showed up to work on homework for some class, and then he saw me there, like, oh yeah, we have this game to make. And he joined me. And he coded in the features for where it shows you your score when you win. He also coded in the little help menu that shows you what the controls are, which was very helpful. When we submitted the game, it was like 11:55 or something. When we compiled the game, we tried to send it to Wesley Kerr, who was the judge, and we sent it in an email, and the email timestamp was 11:59 p.m. And it had a bunch of glitches in it, which we found out. And then he was online at the time, and he responded like, "Hey, I can't run your game." Like, "Oh no, like this is horrible." And we tried to figure out why it wasn't running, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't have Java installed." But yeah, that's basically how we made our game. So just to recap, things that we did not do good, we did not plan very well. Most of the work got done on the last day. It would have been smarter if first of all, if we had a better game design to start off with, something that wasn't super unrealistic. Just having something like this, even though it's not as exciting as like, oh, we're gonna make this huge thing in 3 weeks. Just making a little thing like that's only one level and that you can basically play and still have fun with it. That's a more realistic thing to aim for. And that's kind of what we were talking about before in our past meetings when we were talking about projects and to start small. This is what it looks like to start small. Basically make something that's only one level and it's still fun at the end. We should have managed our time better, even though it was final project season. We didn't really schedule time to work on it, or like we didn't schedule any ideas of what should we do like at the end of the first week or at the end of the second week. We just crammed it in all at the end. We're like, oh, it'll work out. We'll just stay up all night one day, and that's not a good plan. Yeah.
Did you win?
No. So if you were at the game night, you know Rory was there. He was the GameDev club past previous treasurer, yeah, and he was also the IEEE president at one point before he graduated. He said, so the winners were, who was it? Justin Van Horn, or Chris? One of the Van Horns? It wasn't.
No, it was that guy who made that top-down game where you like shot spells and stuff.
Do you remember his name?
He was working on it beforehand.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, do you not remember?
So the reason why I brought up Rory was because he was the one who keeps telling me that he thinks the other guys probably started his game beforehand. And he also keeps telling me that he thinks I should have won. But no one remembers that guy's name?
Well, because he just like showed up and disappeared. He was just like, I win.
I don't know why I thought it was Van Horn. But yeah.
No, Justin
Did they
showed
submit?
us the game mid-writing it, but I think he never ended up finishing it.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, it was still really fun. Like I had more fun just crunching at the last day just because of how unrealistic this was. like, oh man, we're making a game. We're in this crazy scenario where we have to finish by midnight, and that's fun. It's not. I didn't find it stressful. It's just more goofy than anything.
Didn't Tyler get like third or something? Or second?
Did you?
Possibly.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure you did.
I probably got second.
What was the game that you made? Wasn't it?
Simple shooter.
Yeah, it had those sound effects. That's what I remember about it. It was pretty funny. It also was very hard on the eyes.
I was not expecting.
So yeah, that's pretty much the post-mortem. Plan better, be more realistic, start early, but remember to have fun. This is the whole point of the competition, is to have fun. Don't freak out about deadlines or about being first. Yeah, and also find a cool, simple, easy idea. Like wraparound, that's so easy. I don't have to worry about programming that. Yeah, that's it. Now what do we do?
We're gonna talk about stuff.
Talk about talks?
I mean, there's like 3 things that we need to go over at some point.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can
That
form
would be a
teams at
good
the
idea.
end too. This won't take long. This is mostly like
Cool.
announcement-y stuff.
Wanda TV?
Yeah, I can do that.
Anyone?
Let's go.
Your poor laptop.
My poor laptop. Get shocked.
Sweet.
It's not forward.
So-
No, it's okay.
It's not shape at all. Probably very in process.
This is not a laptop. Actually, it's pretty a good price for this.
Yeah.
There we go.
At least it's better than this stupid
So,
wood finish.
wait,
one.
You don't like the wood?
No, it's weird.
I like it.
No, not to mention like the touchpad's like super sensitive. It's like
It's weird that
no,
they
if
would
you,
have a wood finish in black
no, I
because
know.
it looked like it's like charcoal.
Yeah, making it look like
I don't know how this will work.
cheap. And
Cool.
what do you think?
So this guy contacted us like last Thursday. Yeah. And he was like, "Hey, like I'm Peter something something." Actually, let's look at his real name. Let's look at the email. So Peter Clyde, whatever. So he's designed this game, or one of the main designers of this game, called Spy. And he contacted our club because they don't have very much marketing anything at all. And
the best.
yes,
Yes.
yes, precisely. Right, and so he wants us to kind of like spread the word about this game, and in exchange, what he's doing is he's making this game free for all university accounts. So that's pretty cool. And the game actually sounds pretty awesome. So it's like a live action spy game. So any given, I don't know what they're called, any given like mission sort of deal, operation. Any given operation has like 3 people in it. It's got like this organizer, the spy, and like the counter spy. And so you're actually like physically acting these things out in the world. And so this game is designed to be played like on university campuses or like in office buildings. So like you actually organize like with your organizer or whatever, if you're like the intelligence person, to like set off like dead drops at places on campus. And like you're supposed to use like code names and stuff because this other person can be getting information about like what's going on and things like that. I don't know. It seems pretty freaking cool. So the other thing that he was talking about was that if you want to be a part of this, well, part of the game is not knowing who the other people are. So if you do intend to sign up, don't tell people you intend to sign up. Because I'm assuming you get like randomly put onto like operations with other people and assigned whatever job you are. And you get to choose like a code name or something when you sign up. But yeah, if you go around saying like, I'm going to be playing this game, and then they're like supposed to be scoping out someone at a dead drop and they see you there, they're going to be like, oh, okay. Well, it's that guy. We're done. Apparently these games are supposed to take like 4 to 6-ish weeks. I don't know. So it's like over a long period of time. So it's not like condensed gameplay, except when like the actual things are going down, and then it's like really exhilarating and stuff. I don't know. Sounds super fun. And also, I found this out when I was looking around. They have like a manual and tools. They have like, what in the world? Like stuff you can buy. They're just like, yeah, buy these binoculars because you're gonna take this so seriously. And like camera watches and pens. Like, what? Yeah. I think without our university deal that they're giving us, it's like $5 an operation, which, I mean, that's fairly reasonable considering an operation is supposed to take like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know, but I think it would be cool to try out. People should sign up if they're interested. It's intelops.org with 2 L's. I don't know, let's do this.
Sign up with your university email.
Yeah.
Then you'll get it free.
Yes. So if you sign up with your university email, you can change whatever email you're getting that stuff at afterward. But if you sign up with your university one, it's free. So yeah, try it out. And it's going to be like this until the end of the school year, I think. So that's what he said. So that's pretty cool. I'm down with that. Other things. What else were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, Game Jam. That was the third one. Game Jam announcement. Have we really talked about this at all?
You mentioned it last week, didn't we?
Briefly?
I think we've been teasing that it's coming.
Yeah. So the Game Jam is going to be the Friday after this competition ends, that's great because you don't want them to like overlap or anything. So it's going to be November 8th to November 10th, and it's going to start at 6. There will be like food and socializing at 5 or something. So it's going to go from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Yep. Just a suggestion for the Game Jam to help promote community in the club. Could we do a Game Jam in which you can't work with anyone you've never met before?
You mean you have to work with someone you've never met before?
Because, for example, like I know.
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
And nice way to it'd be like a forced way to kind of create a greater sense of community, and at the same time meet cool new people and make a video game.
I understand the like motivation behind that, but I feel like ultimately that would kind of restrict the people that would want to come.
Yourself, but I don't know if we're gonna do
right, because last year, like 2 or 3 of the teams were just like random people that never came to club meetings that knew each other and wanted to work together. So, yeah, that would cut out like a bunch of people.
Plus, I didn't feel like anyone actually felt left out.
Well, not necessarily felt left out. I was just thinking, I was thinking that it'd be kind of cool in the sense that not necessarily because someone feels left out, but just kind of to experience new people.
Right. I understand. You can make that a thing for like club members.
Yeah, that's a good idea for club members.
I think that is a good idea.
If you're interested in doing it.
That would be pretty cool.
So we should talk about that.
Yeah, so anyway, Game Jam is going to be on November 8th. We're going to send out an RSVP form, I guess, to the Facebook or the club website.
Post on the club website.
For the listserv. Everywhere. Send it through every orifice.
Except Livio.
Yeah. Yes, of the internet.
Thank you.
So, yeah, that's coming up. Keep an eye out. Sign up if you think you want to do it, because we need to be able to say, hey, department, give us money for food for this many people. And yeah, you'll be getting food. So that's cool. And you have like some kind of choice in food, as in when you RSVP, there will be like options for what would you rather have? This, or suggest something. And yeah, it'd be nice if we didn't just have like pizza, Jimmy John's pizza. That'd be pretty cool. Boston Market. Anything else to say about the Game Jam?
So it's 2 days, 48 hours. You can leave and go home and sleep if you want. But a lot of people do that and shower and brush your teeth.
There's going to be a theme similar to this one.
People have slept in here, and usually on the last night, people stay up all night.
Yeah, but like this competition, there's going to be a theme. But again, we haven't announced it yet because it's going to be for a while. Yeah.
the team won't get announced until the game jam.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna reveal it with Hangman again?
No.
No.
Well, it's something much cooler. You just have to think of something else.
Explosions.
You have like a smoke bomb that just
Yeah. The theme is fire!
smoke alarm goes off.
Okay, so that's that. Or
the
not?
location will likely be here, and we'll try to.
Yeah,
get,
probably.
We'll try to get that room, that
How do I get
classroom
them
over there,
legitimately?
and try to get a legitimate. Last time we just used them. I guess everybody was okay with it, but just to make stuff official, we'll be trying to get that room, that classroom, on the way here, and a classroom right next to us, and feel free to bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah, that seemed like the sleep room last time.
Yeah, we had quite a few people sleep in that room.
And then there was
That's fine.
Patrick hanging out in that room.
What?
Okay, so last time we came back early, right? And so Patrick was sleeping in that room, and we did not know that. And he
You were
like
working
gets
in
up and comes out of nowhere, and we're like, "Whoa, what did you do?"
Like a ninja.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, you guys should seriously all think about it. It's a really fun experience. I was there for like half a day once to help like manage stuff. It's fun if you're not managing it. Otherwise, you're just apparently doing algorithms homework all day. Yeah, but no, it's really cool to like try to rush and get that thing done. I mean, it's what Livio was saying is like I really enjoyed the last day of that project because we were like getting all this stuff done. That's the entire game jam, pretty much, except for like the planning phase.
Oh, we spent forever planning.
Oh god,
Right.
that planning phase was fun.
Want to pull up the YouTube video of your planning?
Goofing off in every possible way.
You guys are playing
Riding the macro mouse.
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
You guys are playing?
The Song of Storms.
Yeah, we're playing Song of Storms for like
The Song of
3
Storms.
hours straight.
More than that.
I walk in and I said, "You're still playing this?" And I just walk out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Now
And then-
15 minutes.
Hmm?
15.
Yeah, the last thing is not long. It's just like we haven't really asked about any of this, and we had a poll out last semester. It was like relatively successful, I guess.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, it was on Facebook. But are there any things that like you guys want to hear about? Because I mean, we're just kind of like, oh, I have an idea for a talk. Let's do a talk about this. But if there's something that somebody like seriously wants to hear a talk about, or just that you're interested in, yes.
I'd love to hear a talk about just a day of development, just like what a day of just coding or making art or doing sound, or like a day at a studio would just be awesome for me. Like I'd love to just know what exactly a day, because we all have the fantasy of like we're gonna go there and we're just gonna make all of our imagination come true. Like that's not necessarily what it is.
It's chaos. It's like absolute
Well,
chaos.
I would find that most helpful.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
If we could get Taylor.
I was.
about his internship.
That would be cool too. Yeah. There are some like developer websites or whatever for like the teams or people like that they have like a guided tour of photos like through their development thing and like the life of it or the day in the life. So yeah.
Like I've read those, but it would just be awesome just,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to hear it and see that person's mouth
Maybe-
talking.
It definitely depends on the company though.
Mhm.
Like at Microsoft, you're a big company, so it's like a lot of meetings, a lot of planning, a lot of working. But I feel like at a small studio, it's really up to you what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like it's up to you to manage your time. It's up to you to make sure you're getting your work done on your time, on your own. And just up to you to do everything, to manage yourself and stuff. It's basically if you're working at a small studio, I imagine it would be a lot similar to working on your own game projects on the side. So you can get a better idea just by working on your own project.
Cool. Anything else? Or just like crazy topics of computer science or art or something like that? Or does anybody want to give a talk about something? No! No more talk!
I could do a postmortem for every game I've worked.
Postmortems are good.
Yeah.
Like we have a
should do
forum.
postmortem.
Yeah. Perhaps.
It's like We have a sign-up form for giving talks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey. Oh, we should probably put that on like
Facebook
all
or
the
something.
things.
Yeah, on all
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
a sign up form for talks.
It's
Fill
on
out the
website, but it's a
form.
secret link. You have to find it.
That's the
I feel
first.
like it's on my club webpage.
First challenge.
Yeah.
To see if you're worthy.
Want to give a talk and solve my days.
I can give a talk
No.
on music and sound effect.
Mhm. Sweet.
Fill out the form.
Yeah, rapid prototyping tools. That's one.
Right,
I'm
right.
doing
Before the game jam. Yes, sounds good. I'll probably be giving something about like something before Halloween. I don't know. I usually do like a horror thing. It might be a little different this year. I have like two things that are sort of intersecting, so I'll separate those and then form separate talks.
Maybe I could do one on Pixel.
Pixel art?
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be very
I
cool.
would like to hear that. Use more arts on the game jam.
Yeah. Yes, very true. We should advertise Game Jam in the Arts College. Yell at them. Yell at them
Yell at
all.
them.
Good idea.
Yes.
Wait, where's Grant?
No, we should yell at them.
Where's Grant?
We should send
We
a
should
message
like
to the
email
mailing
him.
list to
We
say,
should be like, Grant,
where are you?
where are we? You need to you are in art school. You need to infiltrate it for us and get art students here. Like,
Yeah.
students.
We need to come up with a code name for him.
Can someone
Oh, yeah.
sign up to be a double major in art just so that school? Yeah,
Done.
good
No.
luck with that. And drop the double major later.
There's an
No.
electronic composition class here, so you can send an email to them, to
Mhm.
the professor, and see if you can.
Oh,
pass
yeah,
it
yeah.
to them.
Cool. Okay.
There's also media design, which are weird, I think. Something like
There are a lot of hidden things.
There are a lot of
Torque?
hidden things.
So, as we get closer to the game jam, we should give a talk about the game jam, as in best practices, how to prepare for it, how to some experience of what happened when we were doing the game jam, so that you can get a better plan for how to plan the project. Or
What to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
How
How to have more fun.
Join our team.
We should do that with the rapid prototyping. So
Yeah.
mix both of them together.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. That's pretty much it. We have like 10
Oh,
minutes.
There's also game design workshop.
Yeah, workshop.
Oh, yes.
We keep forgetting about.
It's Saturday?
Yes,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
We need
What
to
time?
Cool.
What time? What room?
We're a day late to advertise it.
Yeah, when is it?
So it's at 1 to 3 p.m. Hopefully in Gold Simpson 906. But we're thinking of getting a different one. But I don't think we're gonna get one.
You didn't like 906 last time?
No, just because the game design workshop is gonna be different. We're gonna have design exercises.
Yeah, 942 might be a little better in that respect, depending on how many people go.
Yeah. Well, they all fit.
It's like sort of-
Again, yeah.
Well, there was more interest in programming than design, so we probably won't
Get as much.
Mhm.
we won't go over it last time. Unless people last time were like, the workshop was so awesome, you have to go to next one.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it at 942. We'll send out emails.
942.
with
Cool.
Okay. So
So now,
Now,
Yeah.
team.
team
There's also
forming
the art
time.
group.
Team forming time?
yeah. So yeah. So this Saturday I'll be
Oh, right.
getting another art group where it's basically anyone who's interested in learning anything related to digital art or digital art and pixel art for now. And possibly even 3D art. Basically anyone who's interested using computers to create art. We just get together and sit down for 2 hours and each person works on their own stuff, and if you ever need help on anything, you can just ask one of the other people who have experience. So it's kind of a collaborative, social / learning / get practice, spend time making artsy stuff.
What
Really
if
cool.
this time? What if this time we all worked on something for 2 hours and then we talked about it after?
Yeah, we should.
Like all of us come together and talk about why we
Yeah.
did this, why we did that, how we did
Okay.
this, how we did that.
We should. Okay, so it should probably be from 46 since 1, 2, 3 is taken.
Yeah.
We need some buffer space. So it'll be 46 and we'll meet in front of the main library.
What if we get hungry?
Dinner to
What
party.
Too bad.
Dinner party.
So that's after the.
Yeah, it'll be after the workshop.
Okay, cool.
And I'll send out more info on Facebook. This time for real.
This time for
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Right.
So.
You want to see a game about a badger?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
That sounds very suspicious.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if I want to show this now or later. If I want to like save this for a talk,
Save it.
or I can just like introduce it now.
Save
Do
it.
you want us to badger you right now?
Saving it might be fun.
Save it.
Save it.
Tease it.
It's not going to be like its own talk.
Tease it.
Has anybody heard of the game Shelter? No?
I think so.
I heard about it a long time ago, and then I woke up the other day and somebody was like advertising it, and I was like, awesome! And I was gonna buy it on Good Old Games, and I was like, wait a minute, and it was on Steam, and they just never told anyone. So I got it. Not as great as I thought it would be, but it's pretty cool with respect to like art style.
Yeah, I think I saw the postmortem for that.
Yeah, they did a postmortem for that. That's one of the studios I was looking at. Like they looked pretty cool. But yeah. Fine, no badgers.
It was Sanctuary, right? No.
Shelter.
It's called Shelter.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Shelter. To the internet.
So who wants to form a team?
Yes, teams
Time.
for this thing. Oh yeah, there are teams. I may or may not form a team. I have a game idea though. I just don't know if I'll have time to do it.
So I'm trying to make a forum so everybody can submit their team, but Google Drive keeps crashing, and it's like, an error has occurred! An error has occurred! And I'm like,
That's usually
Alright.
descriptive.
Alright. Well,
yeah, no.
yeah.
Like,
Teams.
why?
Team time.
Cool. Team time.